Freddie with Plumbing Tree. We're located outside at 3709 Nassau Drive in San Diego. For camera inspection, first towards the street, just to see the pipe, which looks like it's all new pipe. Just gonna double check. It's not. What's some cast iron? So you see the black pipe here? That is plastic, ABS plastic. And that's what we have here. So it's kind of smooth, and it changes color. Cast iron. It's not definitely it's not something to be worried about. Looks like there was an existing clean out that's buried in the ground somewhere around here.
Oh, like another hole?
Yeah, another access point. So we have your line that's going horizontal, and then these two vertical pipes that are coming up to the ground level. That's when you hear the word clean out, that's an access point to the drain line. So what I look for in cast iron is, this is where the water flow is, and I look for like a valley starting to form. In this section I don't see it. Or I look for, sometimes you can see like large cracks, or actual like pieces of pipe missing. And I don't see that so far. This is all rust buildup from the water flow. Just regular buildup right here. Again, nothing to be like alarmed about. Looks like there's another access point. It's kind of like a. It takes a while just to kind of experience it, because you can actually, if you look closely, you can actually see opening. Let me move.
Oh yeah, I can totally see that.
So the opening right there is based on where the location is, because this is the water flow from here to here. So that's the bottom of the pipe. That's the top of the pipe. So that's going to be, we're roughly about, actually the footage is a little bit off. That's probably more like 12 feet away. So we're probably like maybe 3 feet away from this way away from the sidewalk. So that's an old one. Then it kind of loops, because we're going at an angle because your landscape goes down, and now we're evening out at the sidewalk, right before the sidewalk. So we got that. The water flows over here. We're going to flip it. It's got some buildup. And then the green pipe is the new pipe. That's why
the city did.
The city did, yeah.
Yeah.
So from there to probably the middle of the street. So.
Why can't the city just come up and do this part too?
Well, the city, technically it's your lateral, if you can imagine. One of the ways we kind of got the name Plumbing Tree is we use it, the tree system, kind of like an example. So you can think of the city main as a tree trunk, and your lateral as a branch. And then this is kind of your tree trunk, and then everything, once it goes into the house, then it branches off into like the sink, the kitchen, and all that stuff. So the city, in their eyes, you're technically responsible to the connection in the middle of the street, but they really don't push it on owners. But they definitely don't take responsibility from the property line back. So very rarely they do that. So yeah, it's got some buildup in there. It's going to slow down the flow a little bit, but it looks like you got really good grade. So I don't see like a crazy amount of buildup. So I wouldn't really be too alarmed. I would say you got probably with some cleaning every couple years, just to get rid of some of that rust that's building up. We don't want to do it every year, because then that could probably actually make the condition of the line worse, because as it's scraping away in there. But maybe every 2 to 3 years wouldn't be bad. And then we
So I don't have to reline it?
No.
That's what they told me yesterday.
I don't believe in relining. It's a temporary solution.
But their Yelp review said that they upsell everything they could possibly ever do to fix everything.
Yeah,
I'm not about that life right now.
No, relining is usually about 30% more expensive than actually digging this up and replacing it, if you needed to. But this line, if you maintain it, it could last you another 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I can plan for it to be fixed and not emergency fixed.
Exactly. And then if you just don't want to deal with the headache of maintaining the line, then at some point...
Every 2 to 3 years isn't that big.
No.
If it was every other month, I'd be like, alright.
probably be an hour or so to clean it. So in fact, our 1 hour minimum is 150.
Okay.
So prices might go up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not even that deep either, so it wouldn't be that expensive to replace once it gets to the point. So again, we're looking for a valley, a large valley starting to form. The wear from water is normal, and then we're looking for any cracks or anything like that. Let me make sure we get the right footage. So here's, if you look in real close, you see the light of my camera. So now we're going up that direction, and then right away, pretty much at the foundation, you have the transition from plastic to cast iron going back that way.
Why would they only put plastic here? Just because?
It'd probably be a lot more work. You know, they probably didn't have an access point, and they were probably having issues. Maybe see how there's a big tree there?
Yeah.
When these houses were built, it was part of the plan to actually put one tree for every house. And so some houses now got rid of those because they were causing a lot of issues. So I'm pretty sure the city replaced this main because there was a lot of issues with probably tree roots and old clay pipe. So that's probably why these cleanouts were installed before the city actually did work.
Okay.
To clean that line, even though it was in the street side. So that's probably why these were installed. And for now, we're going to go 0. So if you look at that circle, that's a connection from one piece of cast iron to another. That's good. You want to see a nice clean transition on each one. A little bit of build-up. There's a drain coming in on the right side, about 10 feet in. Probably a bathroom sink. And there's your toilet, yeah. Good connection there.
The toilet goes right into that?
Yep. Yeah.
So when they put in a new toilet, like that's the hole that I'm looking at? It's like right there.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, that's how snakes can like crawl up in there and come up in your toilet. Oh my gosh, I wish I would have seen that. Oh my gosh.
It probably won't happen, but yeah. So we got a little bit of build-up. So call him back.
More or the same as what was out here?
Let me see. A little bit more in this section, but not, again, no deteriorated pipe. It's just, you can imagine just like a car driving through a dirt road. You know, it's just harder for stuff to get through.
Okay.
But that's it.
So do we like clean this out and it'll work really good? Or no?
Yeah. It would be, we would use, because you have a 4-inch access, we would use double blades to kind of snake the line, and then you would do that every couple years. Let's see. So there was a repair that was done. Looks like. See just that small section there?
Yeah.
So at some point that was dug up and repaired for some reason.
Okay.
And that was about 15 feet in. Yeah, about 15 feet in. And it goes back to original cast iron.
You see pipes where you can't even like fit your camera through?
So.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah. So there's the actual branch lines for the sink and the tub. The sinks and like the tub and shower. Won't be able to get through. A little bit of sitting water here.
That's probably the water sitting in the bathroom.
Let's see. Okay, so that's the addition actually. It's always easier to see on the way back. So you see it's all plastic? And that's actually a cleanup that's probably under the house. That's probably a toilet line, 3-inch line. And another connection there. And it transitions to the original cast iron.
So why is the water so?
Probably because of the buildup, it caused minimal grade. So instead of the pipe kind of inside having a grade, it's kind of like, because of the buildup, it kind of like builds up over
like
here.
Bishop.
Yeah, so I would recommend, it'll probably take a little bit more than an hour to clean here and upstream. But it's not nowhere near like, they said to minimize and, trying to use the scare tactics.
So this isn't going to cost me $8,300?
No.
Okay.
No,
That was my quote.
we're probably looking at with snaking it this time around. We're probably looking at let's just say worst case scenario 2 hours, so $213 to snake it.
Plus my 450.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so that's under $1,000.
Yeah. So this is not. I mean, you got buildup in there, but it's not. At a point where it's just like.
So you can do your thing, and it should hope I do it again in 2 years.
Yeah. Now, because we're
What do I
kind
have
of
to do to maintain?
now. Now you do have to be cautious a little bit what goes down the drain,
Yeah,
so you don't
my
want to
kids
use
put
like.
whole rolls of toilet paper down the drain.
Yeah, so you got to be a little bit careful with that.
Yes.
So that can, like, in the next 2 years, it can cause it to
What
back
about
up sooner.
flushable wipes?
No wipes.
Ugh, okay.
Yeah, they're flushable. They're just not. They don't dissolve.
Okay.
So no wipes, no paper towels, no two-ply. And it's just the nature of having cast iron in general, whatever condition it's
No
in.
two-ply. Is that regular toilet paper?
No, like the thicker one. The one that's like you take it out, it's like all this.
Oh.
And so no feminine products down there. And that's pretty much it. So that's just the nature of having that.
I could do that. My husband can do that. My children. We'll see how that goes.
The good thing is you have these access points.
Okay.
And so in case of an emergency, these access points will make it easier to clean.
Okay.
So it's not a big line. Now, obviously for a 60-plus-year-old line, you can't expect it to be perfect.
Yeah.
But it's not. I still feel like, a decade or so from now, then you're probably looking at its, life expectancy.
That sounds much better to me.
Yeah, absolutely. So far, just a cleaning will be fine. Everything's structurally sound. There's no large valleys. There's a little bit of city water. There's a little bit of buildup on there, but nothing that shows me that you're. When we recommend a sewer line to be replaced, it's either causing leakage underneath the house, or and you can tell from the inside typically, but it's or it's or it's it's so bad inside that it's just gonna like cause a clog like every month.
Okay.
And there's lines like that. But,
good to know.
Yeah, I'm not.
Made my day.
Yeah. No, we speak the truth.
I'm really glad. This is my assistant's fault. I made her call yesterday, and she booked those people, and then I looked on Yelp, and they did not have good reviews, and then I looked at y'all's reviews, and I was like, I need a second opinion.
Yeah.
So, this is her fault.
It happens.
I'm so stressed about it.
Thank you for your time. Pause recording.